Last time on MasterChef Australia.
You have never experienced anything like this on MasterChef. Nothing at all.
Two teams catered for 450 guests at a traditional Hindu wedding.
Food was better than what I expected.
As good as what we serve in our restaurant, if not better.
And a close result saw the red team claim its first victory over blue.
I feel devastated, and we have to get ready for an elimination.
Tonight,
welcome to the MasterChef Cake Shop.
Oh, no.
How many do you know?
the blue team go head-to-head in an elimination challenge that is no piece of cake.
That's the thing I've been dreading. It was literally my worst nightmare.
But an unprecedented move will rock the MasterChef kitchen.
I'm not cooking against Emma.
So what do you want to do?
If it saves her, I'll pull out of the competition. This morning I'm feeling probably the best way to describe it would be just numb, dead, dull. You always feel a sense of responsibility when you're captain and your team loses.
The winning team in the Hindu wedding challenge was the red team.
I don't think after the wedding there was really any loser. Both teams performed really well, the score was really close. And you can see the gas starting to form in the test tube. I'm a secondary teacher. That's pretty good. And I tell my kids every day to follow their dreams. Doing roast beef for the chipotle sauce. My dream would be to open up a little Mexican cafe where I can serve the food I love. There you go. Enjoy it.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't know what it is, but we never do. So I'm not going to speculate and try and figure it out.
I've stopped hoping for desserts because it's never a dessert when I want it to be. What I eventually want to do is open up my own little pastry shop that serves desserts where you can have lots of fun with your family and friends. You are messy.
You got some chocolate on your forehead too, Em.
It's really hard going into elimination with one of my best mates in the competition, Ben. I'm kind of nervous for the both of us.
Good morning.
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 Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. Wade, Emma, second elimination of the week. Wade, how does that feel?
Business as usual.
You ready to discover the arena you'll be fighting for survival in today?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cake shop.
Oh, no.
Oh, lots of cakes.
Lots and lots of cakes. And they just keep coming and coming and coming.
It was literally my worst nightmare. That's the thing I've been dreading, is coming up against cakes. And all of a sudden there's heaps of them in front of me.
So, welcome to the MasterChef Cake Shop. Your survival of this round depends on one very simple thing. How well you can name that cake. How many do you know? Oh. Ugly, ugly, ugly.
I'm actually really happy. I was a fat kid and I know my cakes.
Bo, how you feeling?
I am actually scared. It doesn't happen very often. I'm not into cakes, so it's going to be tough, yeah.
This is how today is going to work. It consists of 2 knockout rounds. So the first knockout round is simple. 31 cakes, and you've got to name them. You will take a cake, you will cut a slice, have a little try, see what you can identify, and then tell us what that cake is. If you get it right, you're safe, you join the line once again. If you get it wrong, you are, of course, into the second knockout round, and that cake goes back onto the table. We are only looking for 2 to go through to the second knockout round. So think very carefully before you choose a cake, thinking you know what it is. So, piece of cake.
Oh. OK, you've drawn for your positions. Kylie, you're first up. Name that cake.
Cool.
Off you go.
Have a quick little peek first. Oh, yum. I could lick the icing off all of them, probably. I've got my eye on one.
Good girl.
Very confident.
Yum. This is one of my favourite cakes. And it's a good one too, a carrot cake.
Kylie, you are correct. Enough eating. Back into line.
Thanks, guys.
Come on, Bo. Come on. You can do it. Let's go.
Bozo. I'm not going to mess around.
Pick wisely, Bo. Bo, what do you think it is?
A fruitcake.
Well done, Bo. You're safe.
Come on, you bozo.
Deborah.
Deb chooses probably the second most obvious cake on the table. People keep picking the cakes that I want to pick.
I have one name for this, which I call a Victoria sponge cake.
Deborah? It's Victoria Sponge, you're right. Over the line. Ben, your turn. Do you think you know what that is, Ben?
I hope so.
New York cheesecake.
Absolutely right, well done.
Oh yeah.
Red velvet.
It is red velvet. Well done.
I really don't like this cake at all, so I'll know by the taste. It's a Black Forest cake.
Can't confuse it with anything else.
No.
You're right. It's a Black Forest cake.
Choose wisely, Emma.
I love eating cake and I love making cake, but I'm not great with knowing different cake names.
Emma? Confident?
I don't know.
Well, you know, there's 3 cakes covered in chocolate. There's that one. There's that one. And of course, the one you're cutting now.
Chocolate mud cake.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Emma, sorry, you're incorrect. You're through to the second and final elimination round.
I'm trying to catch Emma's eye and trying to get her to calm down and tell her it'll be okay. And I can see the anguish on her face. Hopefully she's picking up the signals I'm trying to give her because she needs to have her head on for the next round.
We're looking for one more person to join her. Amina, you're next. Made it before?
No, but I've eaten kilos of it, so...
What do you think it is?
That is an orange and poppy seed cake.
Bingo.
It's a marble cake.
Absolutely right.
21 cakes to go.
It's a flourless orange cake.
It is indeed a flourless orange cake. Well done. Ben, pick a cake.
Looking at all the cakes, I think the easiest one is going to be one that Emma's already cut. I can see what's inside it. I can go and have a smell, so there's no guessing.
Oh. I know it's some form of chocolate cake, but not a clue what it is. So I'm hoping that Ben has a really good clue because I've got nothing.
Putting the cake in my mouth, everything I thought I knew has disappeared. It does not taste the way I thought it was going to taste at all.
What are you tasting, Ben?
It tastes like there's some liqueur in there.
Right, Ben. Tell us what that cake is.
At that point, I'm literally trying to find somewhere to hide because everything I thought I knew is now gone.
Right, Ben. Tell us what that cake is.
I'm going to say chocolate devil's cake.
Ben? That is a classic cake. It is not a devil's chocolate cake. It is a Sacca torte. So, Ben, you're joining Emma in the second and final round.
I can't believe of all the people that I would have to be in this situation against, it's Ben. He's an older brother to me, he's a mentor, and one of us sending the other person home is just unthinkable.
Emma, not the showdown that you expected or wanted?
This is the worst. The worst scenario at any stage of the competition.
I'm looking at Ben and Emma and I can just see Emma going, no. No, don't do it. And I automatically knew exactly what was going through Ben's mind.
Ben?
I came onto the show to learn.
Ben,
Don't do it.
Ben.
And I can do that elsewhere. Emma came on to win, and she has to be here to do it. I will miss this, I really will, but I'm not cooking against Emma.
So what do you want to do?
If it saves her, I'll pull out of the competition.
I'll take Emma's spot.
What the hell is going on? We've got jumpers left, right and centre here. Like, this is complete craziness.
I'm the same as Ben. I know I can go back home and be successful. I can learn really fast out of the competition. But Emma's quite young and I think she could use this competition to learn so much more.
You could too, right? Why would you throw that away? It's ridiculous. Anyway, the rules are the rules. You can't step in and take Emma's place. These two are standing here because they were knocked out of the first round. They named the cake incorrectly, so they're standing there for a reason. Emma, you prepared to cook?
I don't want to cook off against Ben, but I've got no choice. It's what I have to do and it's what I'm going to do.
The judges have made it very clear. If I decide to step out now, it won't save Emma. That she'll still have to cook for her spot in the competition, and it just means she'll cook against someone else. That isn't fair on other people, so I have to cook against Emma in the next round.
Ben?
Well, I'll stay for the cook then.
Cooking to win?
Cooking to put up the best dish I possibly can, and that's all I've ever done.
And if it sends Emma home?
If it sends Emma home, I have to have enough faith in her dream, which I do, that she'll follow it through and she'll be fine.
So, let's cook.
Yep. Ready?
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
The first part of today's elimination challenge was to name that cake. To save your MasterChef hopes, we're asking you to bake a layered cake.
Layers. Contrast and balance of texture and flavour. A layered cake can be as simple as a Victoria sponge or as complex as Peter Gilmore's 8 textures of chocolate cake.
Something doing, mate. Watch out.
Please don't attempt that.
My advice? Don't overthink it. Think about what appeals to you when you push your fork through a beautiful cake. That's all you got to do. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hour and 40 minutes to cook us a beautiful cake. Time starts now.
Today has been such an emotional day that just to start cooking a cake and start baking, I'm feeling really great.
3 elements of this challenge. Firstly, technique. What's going to separate your layers? Are you going to make a sponge and slice it up? Second thing, flavours. Are you going to use creams or jellies or jams or some crunch element? And the third thing, decoration. You need to get the cake done in time so it cools down so you can decorate it without everything melting out in the middle of it.
Totally. I mean, go the whole hog, go a chocolate and raspberry cake. Simple.
Talking of chocolate and raspberry, look what Emma's got.
There you go.
I think it's sensible. You would imagine that this is Emma's challenge, let's be honest. She wants to open a cake shop. She loves pastry work. Ben, slightly out of his depth, and I really don't think he's got a clear idea of what he's doing yet. But if he keeps it simple, then we should have 2 great cakes on our hands, if there's no disasters.
Come on, Ben! Come on,
I love to eat cakes, but I don't make a lot of them. So I'm a bit scared of cakes. For me, not being a baker, I have to twist this into an area I know. Mexican is my safety net. It's what I go to when I'm under pressure. And raspberry, coconut, lime and mint come into the food I cook quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll make a raspberry mojito layered cake.
Just watch your fingers, Emma.
In my life, I've made thousands of cakes. It's what I do for all my friends for their birthdays, so this is probably my ultimate challenge.
Today I'm making a layered
vanilla cake with chocolate mousse and raspberry filling.
The first thing I do is start my cake batter. It needs to mix for about 8 minutes so it's really light and fluffy and aerated. My dish today, I'm presenting 3 small cakes. I think they're really cute and fun, the sort of food I love to eat.
Hey, Coles,
Yeah,
what's it meant to look like?
it's just got to be like a thick batter. Maybe a little bit more flour.
I've never made this mojito cake before. Hopefully, this comes out the way I picture it in my head.
So that's fine. Yep, good job.
Looking down at Ben and Emma today cooking, Emma, she's got a whirlwind of activity happening on her bench. She's making cake, she's making mousse.
Ben.
Ben on the other side, I think he's in a little bit of a daze.
What am I doing with that?
Once you put the base in, lock it on, and then spray
that stuff in there. Ah.
They're total opposites right now.
That's it.
I don't know who's in the better headspace.
Yesterday, the red team won the Hindu Wedding Challenge, and today as a reward, we get to head off to one of Sydney's top restaurants, Pilo at Freshwater.
My name is Giovanni Pilo, and welcome to Pilo Freshwater. There is a bit to get through, so you ready to go? Okay, guys, what I'm going to show you today is something that maybe you haven't seen before. It's a Sardinian ingredient called fregola.
Fregola are kind of like large couscous, so it's using semolina flour and rubbing it together.
We have semolina on the bottom of the bowl, just a drizzle of water, and you gotta make sure that it doesn't become into a big lump. Jules, you wanna come and give it a crack? Beautiful. It looks simple, but you need to really, understand that.
Giovanni also makes a rich ragu to go with the fregola.
When you do onions and garlic together, you do your onions first, you just caramelize, and then you add your garlic, where the garlic has to be literally 30 seconds, because if you burn your garlic, all you can taste then is burnt garlic. Oh, man, the smell. The ragu is a rich sauce with a lot of flavors that then, they all come up together at the end. That's what you want, the richness of that. You smell it? Yeah. Then I've got final part of the dish. There you go, your fregola there. Add in your stock. So your stock, spoon in there. This is a good taste. You know when they say alonda? Like the wave, like a wavy consistency when you go like that?
Yeah.
So, you want that alonda. Okay, guys, fregola risottata. Let's start. Buon appetito.
The meal is very deceptive. I can't believe that just semolina and water and a rich ragu can taste so good. It's amazing.
So delicious. Yummy.
Make the best layer cake you possibly can, because you need to save yourself to get back into this competition. 75 minutes to go. Come on.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Come on in. Come on, Ben. For my layered cake today, I've decided to do 3 small cakes. I love small desserts. I'm going to call it Emma's Tasty Delight, and it's vanilla cake, topped with chocolate mousse, topped with jelly-filled raspberries, ganache and praline.
Is this the cake batter?
That is the cake batter.
Oh, yum. Smooth, fluffy, vanilla-y. Yum.
Yay.
Delicious. Fabulous. You happy now? You're in a good place?
I'm in a really good place, but the second I start cooking, all my worries go away, and it's all about just doing my best in the time frame that I have.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Go for it, baby.
It smells good. I can smell cake.
I'm making a raspberry mojito layer cake. It's a nice basic coconut sponge, and then adding the right flavours in the layers. I'm going to put a sugar syrup on the sponge itself. So half sugar, half water, lime and mint to infuse. The soaking syrup has to be spot on to make the cake sing when you taste it.
I love the fact that you feel like brother and sister. If it's anything like me and my sister, we fought all the time. 1 hour to go.
Come on, Em. Come on, Ben.
Taking the first batch of cakes out of the oven. I know they're wrong. They're shrunken and they're overcooked. Oh, horrible. I'm frazzled when these cakes come out wrong. This is not how today was meant to go for me. I'm making a second batch of cakes at the moment just because I'm not 100% happy with how they've turned out. So yeah.
That's it.
I'm seriously flustered. I have so much work to do. I can't afford to spend time making another cake mix.
You're doing well.
How you going?
Frantic.
Frantic? You don't look very frantic to me.
Well,
There's no
frantic in
beads of
here.
sweat. How's the cake in the oven?
Yeah, it's
Can I have a quick look?
Yep.
Have a little squeeze to see if it's all... Oh, they look all right, don't they?
Yeah.
It smells eggy. Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can actually.
Yeah. What was the recipe? Did you follow something that...
Coconut, milk, eggs, butter, flour.
And you've put lime zest in there?
Yep.
Sounds nice. If the cake is not too heavy and works.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Gary's comments sort of caused me to doubt myself. It does smell quite eggy. And I'm standing there with my head in my hands thinking, oh God, I've done that wrong.
You right, Ben?
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of batter left in my mixing bowl and decided to put it in a small loaf pan and cook it. It'll cook a lot faster than the other two. Hopefully when that little one comes out, I can taste it and go to school on that.
As I put my second batch of cakes in the oven, I'm just praying to God I don't overcook this batch.
That's what it's like everywhere she goes.
Emma today seems a little bit flustered around the bench. She's not in the right headspace because she's cooking against Ben and she's quite upset by that. I think it's really hard for her to just focus down on what she needs to do and whip out an awesome dessert.
It was a bizarre feeling. I'm trying not to look over at Emma, and I had to do that. I had to separate myself from the person who was cooking on the other side of the room and just cook the best cake I could possibly cook.
Em, those raspberries look beautiful. Mousse is in the fridge, second batch of cakes in the oven. I start to work on my raspberry jelly. I'm going to pipe the jelly into individual raspberries. Something fun to bite into, so I think it's going to be a cool little twist on my dessert today.
That's an interesting little technique. What are you doing there?
I'm gonna put
Frozen bowl.
I'm going to pour my jelly in there just to give it a bit of a kickstart and cooling down.
Okay. How are you going to use it?
It's just going to be squeezed with fresh raspberries. It's like a gel.
Is it going to turn out like a gel though?
Should do.
Should it? Are you using agar-agar?
No, I'm using gelatin.
Okay. Because gelatin gives you a broken jelly when you squeeze it. Like, think of a bowl of jelly. What happens when you mix it up?
Yeah, it breaks up.
Yeah, but I might be wrong.
I don't doubt that you're right, but I think this is sort of something I'm comfortable with, and I think something that can send me home.
As long as you're comfortable with it, because I sort of think, wow, you don't want it to be messy, do you?
No.
Just be careful with that.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, but Emma isn't in a really good place. Very messy, cake sticking to her tins. She's trying to put jelly inside raspberries. Oh, I thought she would have been absolutely in a perfect place right now.
My caramel is just way too dark. It looks unappealing and it's gone too far, so I need to get rid of it. I'm considering just stepping back because I can just see no way that I'm going to get this cake done.
This is crunch time, 45 minutes to go, which is not long in the cake world.
Emma, Gary was just telling me you had a few issues with a puree of some description.
So I'm making a gel to pack into the raspberries, so I've used gelatin and a raspberry puree.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
As soon as you beat it up, it will break down. What you can do, you sit the raspberries in a little bowl of sugar.
Yeah.
Right, and then tip your gelatine in there and set it.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you so much, George.
Good luck.
The confidence that I came into this challenge with, knowing that it was a dessert challenge, is definitely starting to evaporate, and I'm starting to wonder if I've tried to take on too much.
You're doing really well, Emma. You've still got 35 minutes, so...
Emma generally looks flustered when she's cooking, so it looks hard deceiving. She's still got time. I think she's going to put up a beautiful cake and the judges are going to love it. Looks good, Emma.
30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to prep, and 10 minutes to decorate. Let's go.
There are little things that I'm worried about, like the sponge smelling quite eggy, but it's the normal amount of eggs that I would use in this cake, so I don't know why I'm doubting myself.
You do a little sample.
Yeah, I just had a little bit of batter left, so I threw it in there and
good
just turned
idea.
it up a little
It's an
bit
excellent
just to
idea.
see how it goes with the other flavours.
Seems quite light. I was worried that it was going to be a bit eggy. I could smell that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's about setting yourself up now.
Yep.
Having a clear idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished.
Yep.
I think Ben's making himself a wee little snack there.
Yeah, he's making a little test one.
I'm going to do a smaller cake, which I can test and see if the flavours work and how much of the soaking sugar syrup I can actually put on the cake before it soaks too much up. I can't over-soak the sponge because it will become mushy, and I can't under-soak the sponge or there won't be enough flavour in it. The raspberries will speak for themselves. I'll dust them a little bit with icing sugar that's been infused with mint and lime. All those essential oils will go into the sugar, and then you use that to dust the top of the cake.
It's cute as a button, Ben.
Get a cake stand, put it on.
I'm happy with the flavours. Mint is a perfect match. I don't want it to be too sweet, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Ready?
Is it cooked, Ben? It's got to come out perfectly clean. No cake on it. Beautiful.
Yeah, this batch is a lot nicer than the first batch. It's a lot lighter, a lot fluffier. It's exactly what I was looking for. Please, please, please.
Yeah,
well done.
good job.
I'm so happy with my second batch of cakes. They're so much better than my first batch, and I think that's giving me a little bit of confidence to keep pushing through.
I think it's probably time to get out my own old note again.
20 minutes to go and stuff is finally starting to come together. I'm feeling a lot better than I was 10 minutes ago.
Love your praline.
Looking over at Ben, who never makes cake, and he's doing such a fantastic job that I know that I've got to perform as well as him.
Time to gather all of your mise en place and make this cake. 15 minutes to go.
The main idea in my head of the way I want to present this is the way a Victoria sponge would be presented. So the fruit and the cream in the middle, a nice layer of sponge, then a nice neat icing on top of that. I was going to dust it, but I've decided that I'll make up a butter icing.
This is when it counts. Delicate little touches. 5 minutes to go.
I'm feeling like I'm going to get my dish up.
Faster, come on.
All my elements are ready and it's all about just plating now. So that's what I'm doing and starting to plate as fast as I can.
I'm not a cake decorator, so I'm trying to channel what Lorraine Pascal taught us about icing.
And with this, I just hold the knife completely straight and I sort of wiggle it around like that.
But a lot of the time when Lorraine was speaking, I was just staring at her.
And move the sides, the edges into the middle.
And yeah, a lot of it just went in one ear and out the other. So it's not really coming out the way it's meant to.
2 great mates, 2 great cakes, just 2 minutes to go.
How are these minutes going so quick?
Because you're moving so slow.
Come on, Emma. They're going quick. You need to work fast.
30 seconds to go.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on, Emmy. You're almost there. Keep going, babe. Come on, Ben. Keep going.
10 seconds. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
That's it. Well done.
They did well.
Bittersweet. Have a look at it.
Yeah. All right.
Yep, good girl.
That was insane. That was probably the toughest challenge I've done this whole competition. I worked my butt off for an hour and 40 minutes, and if that's not enough, then I couldn't have done any more.
If I could write the script for this one, I would love it to play out the same as the Elimination did in Tassie, where we both do such a good job that we both get to stay, but I can't see that happening more than once, so it's going to be a difficult tasting.
Your challenge was to bake the cake. Give us something beautiful, something that had layers, interest, and of course, had to be delicious. It was a battle between friends, brother and sister, but you did it, and you did a fine job. We can't wait to taste. I know these guys appreciated your support, but now's the time to say goodbye, because for one of them, it is the end of their MasterChef journey.
Ben and Emma are 2 really good cooks, and I think it just sort of shows us all that you can't be complacent about anything, and it is really anybody's game.
Stop it. You'll be fine. See ya.
Right, let's start this tasting. Emma, you're up first.
I call it Emma's Chocolate and Raspberry Delight. It's basically a vanilla cake topped with chocolate mousse, topped with a jelly-filled raspberry, topped with another layer of cake, ganache, and praline.
Emma, you've done a lot of work in that hour and 40 minutes. A combination of chocolate, raspberries, praline, delicious. And that jelly's got a little bit of acidity to help that sweetness go down. A really good effort.
Absolute surefire flavours. Chocolate, raspberry, that nutty praline. And I love the way that the mousse and the jelly and the ganache all give you different textures. There's one thing you probably could have done better, is for that cake to be a little lighter, a little fluffier.
Those little raspberries filled with the jelly, which I thought were going to be silly, actually really lovely. They're refreshing. Brilliant. It's really tasty. I like all the individual flavours, but I just think it's a bit messy. Thanks, Emma.
Ben, your turn. What do you call this cake, Ben?
It's a raspberry mojito cake, I guess. It's a bit of just a creation as I went along. In my head it works. I hope that it works on the plate.
So mojito, Cuban cocktail, flavours of lime, mint, rum?
Yeah, there's no rum in there, no. I went with just a sugar syrup.
Happy?
Yeah.
I was worried the mint was going to interfere with the cake. It's quite that fresh, spearminty flavour can be quite overpowering. It's a challenging flavour. But the lime syrup is delicious. It comes as a kind of late rolling cloud at the end of the taste. It's very clever. It's a Victoria sponge made by Fidel Castro, if Fidel Castro could bake. And I think, although the cake is quite dense and coconutty, the syrup gives it this delicious juiciness, and so you can forgive that.
Thank you.
Primary school you teach at? Or
High school.
High school? Is there a home economics class there?
There is, yeah.
I did home economics. And I loved going home with the big plastic container to show to my parents what I did. And it looked a bit like that. But in terms of flavour, I never got flavours like that. That's sophisticated. Well done.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, Ben. Grab your cake. Back to you, Madge. Well, a great effort on both of your parts. Time to discuss. We'll see you soon.
Emma, Ben, 2 excellent cakes. And for the 3 of us, certainly no unanimous decision. Emma, your vanilla cake with chocolate mousse, jelly-filled raspberries, chocolate ganache, and praline was crunchy and had all those layers we wanted. The one thing it was missing was a little more lightness in the cake. Ben, you will never win a ribbon at the Royal Show for cake decorating. It looked a little ramshackle, your cake, but those flavours were absolutely spot on. Mint, coconut, lime. Emma, Ben, today, the best cake, by the smallest of margins, belong to Ben. I'm sorry, Emma, you won't be Australia's next MasterChef. Ben, you're safe to continue on in this competition.
I just want to thank you 3 for this experience. In my wildest dreams, I would have never imagined having done the things that I've done. I don't think my family will ever forgive me for being eliminated on a cake challenge. But I hope Ben goes back into this competition
and kicks butt because he has the skills there and he has the ability there to win this competition, and if I can't win it, then I want Ben to win it.
My confidence in you comes from knowing you. So I'm not an expert on food whatsoever, but I think I know people quite well. And you will gain every bit of expertise, every bit of confidence you need to do whatever you want to do. And I fully believe you will live your dream.
Emma, you've done some amazing things while you've been here. Just remember that when you are out there doing your apprenticeship, that you can go a long way.
Oh, macarons, as soon as they came out of the oven, I saw them and I smelled them, feel them, tasted them. Fantastic.
Delicious, delicious, delicious. Calamari, perfectly cooked, perfectly prepared. Yum.
One of the top 3 dishes belong to Emma.
It's been lovely having you here.
I just want to thank you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a phenomenal experience and you've all made it incredible.
It's so yes, it's okay.
Okay, yeah, you've got to go all the way, okay?
Yeah. Maybe I was about $24.
See you, Emma.
See ya.
See you, Emma.
Right now I feel so much better than I ever thought I would after getting eliminated. I think my dreams have become more clear to me. I just can't wait to start. I'm more determined than ever to go out there and start cooking and set up my own little dessert bar. So, you know, someday soon in Adelaide, there is going to be a brilliant little dessert bar.
I'm in a bit of a weird space at the moment. I definitely didn't think I'd come in here making such good of friends as I have. I'm going to be absolutely destroyed on whoever doesn't come home today.
That's coming down.
It's harder when you're not there. It's probably not.
Yeah, so in the end it had to come down to the food, and they said it was close, but mine was just over the line.
How's Em been?
Yeah, she cried again. But tears of joy. There was no. She'd be dehydrated. Spent most of the day in tears.
3 cheers for Em, hey? Guys, come on. 3 cheers for Em. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hooray! Hip hooray!
I think definitely now it's game on. I think I owe that to Emma. In cooking against her today, I need to sort of knuckle down, and she said to me before you left, make sure you start taking this seriously now. And I think, to be fair to her, I've actually got to attempt to win the competition now.
It's fantastic to have her home. I've missed her so much. She's my little buddy and really happy. And I can't wait to see where she takes this journey she's been on.
Cheers. We're very proud of you.
Next time on MasterChef Australia.
We've got a little bit of a theme happening for this week's masterclass, and that is French food.
Gary shares his tips on how to chop onions without the tears.
Just get someone else to do it.
Serving up the perfect French onion soup.
Sacre bleu.
George puts a fancy French twist on the classic roast chicken and vegetables.
A humble little dish it is.
Yeah, but it's a Georgie kind of roast chicken and vegetables.
This is like no roast chicken that I've ever tasted or made at home, that's for sure.
Finally, the godfather of French cuisine, Philippe Michel, stops by to share his secret for perfect French toast.
So what's going through your mind right now as you plate that up?
I cannot wait until I taste it.
Then, further ahead,
Today's invention test is to make us something truly do-delicious.
it's a man-sized challenge to create the ultimate dude food.
You've got to take the simple idea and make it over the top.
With the top dish, a shot at immunity,
Dude food needs to be finger-licking fantastic.
but the bottom three will face elimination.
It could be a disaster.